Hi everybody, by now you should be starting to get a feeling that there's a lot of data, and dealing with data can be large and complicated. There's security issues, there's performance issues, there's metadata issues, there's who do we provide data to issues, how do we back up our data, how do we replicate our data, how do we restore our data. So there's a lot of considerations, and the good news in this story is that there's some standards that you can fall back on. So you can look at standards like TOGAF, or you can take a look at HIPAA if you're in the healthcare industry. Or maybe there's some metadata standards that you want to try to adapt. And so in this discussion thread, we're going to take a look at some of those standards. You might look at standard for structuring data, for metadata, for securing data, for backing up data, for data that you put in the cloud, for big data. And so I'm interested in just some of the standards that are emerging and when you would use each. And so again, at first search, the first Google that you do, you're going to find that there's quite a few standards out there, and some of them may be confusing. Try and narrow it down to here's 3 to 5 standards, and here's kind of when I would use each. Here's the purpose of the standard. Here's who created the standard. Was it the International Organization of Big Data, or was it IEEE? So I'm interested in the credibility of the standard and your thoughts as to whether or not you would use it and when. So I will see you in the discussions.